A Hollywood studio. You want us to make a movie of our podcast?
This script is amazing.
Oliver flits around the room, a septuagenarian Peter Pan or a male Tinkerbell.
I do not walk that way.
We're here at the Directors Guild of America for a NYWIFT event. It is behind the scenes of Only Murders in the Building. Let's go. What does NYWIFT mean to you? What does it give you, and why should someone join?
I think what has been amazing to me about NYWIFT is the opportunity it's given me to grow and have confidence, because honestly, NYWIFT inherently believes in all of its members and all of its members' potential. It's not just something that they say to drive membership or fees or something like that. Part of the proof in the pudding is the way that they've created so many workshops for either to hone skills you have, to introduce new skills, to clarify things that you may be thinking are true or the way to go about something, and you learn in those workshops like, oh, maybe that wasn't the proper approach. But I would never have dreamed before being in NYWIFT that I could be a board member, that I could be the producer that I've become, which is a much more confident producer that sees a lot of the 360. I think they met me halfway at just being able to, I'm very much a boots on the ground producer. So yeah, it's like the headset and the latte and the deals and the socializing and the networking and all those things that you have to do to get this amazing creative vision off the ground. But being like hands-on and not being afraid of any scut work and just getting the ish done is sort of my motto. And that's the total ethos of NYWIFT. They're the hardest working women I have ever met. And their hearts are so in it. And I think that being in NYWIFT, it's like finding a home, like people who want to work as hard as you do to succeed and to help other people. That's the thing, because it's the philosophy of all rising tide lifts all boats. It's not just a cheesy line; it's really real with NYWIFT. So,
You were very humble. I loved what you said up there, how you said that you're really there just to facilitate and support the actors. Meanwhile, I want to ask you, who supports you? Now, did you go to your high school reunion, and what was their response to you? Like, who's your tribe? Who's your tribe?
I never went to my high school reunion. That's terrible. Who supports me? Well, I mean, all these great people that were on stage and a whole huge group that weren't here tonight. This is a completely collaborative form, and I need a great costume designer, a great production designer, a great camera operator, a great first, second AD, a great location manager. I mean, every department, PAs, every department is there to support you. If there's a missing link and someone who's weak, we all fall. So it really is a collaboration.
Okay, podcasters. We have a fabulous cast.
I'm Eugene Levy.
I'm Eva Longoria.
Oliver, this is Zach Gallifrey.
Oh, yes, Zach Gallifragilistic, of course. I see what you're doing.
I happen to have started the second highest grossing comedy of all time.
Are you the little boy from Home Alone? What have they done to you?
So this is an episode that I was hoping we'd get to talk about today, actually, because I don't know if everyone knows that Sherry is also directed a movie called American Splendor. Just bear with me for a minute. I'll bring it all together. That has so many pieces to it and it's incredibly creative. Has so many elements to it that I was not at all surprised to find that you had directed a musical number within a TV series. And I'd love for you to talk about how you did that and how you approached that.
It was both a joy and a real challenge. I think we had 2 days on the stage to shoot. That's really a big difference between film and television or streaming, you really have less time. But in Only Murders, that never makes people like have less challenging goals. We always go for broke. So I mean, it was very challenging, but Steve had, basically we got the script, and it was the sits probe, which I didn't even know what that word was, but it's basically when a show rehearses for the first time, when you actually get up on stage with the band, with the orchestra, and people sing the parts. So this was the sits probe for the show within a show. And you know, they had done pre-records of Steve's which of the Pickwick triplets did it. The Pickwick triplets, which is an incredible song. And he had done a pre-record. Meryl sang, but she sang live. She did not do a pre-record.
Wow.
So we were doing a pre-record, but still he was singing live with the pre-record, and then Meryl was doing it all right there with an orchestra, with the backing of an orchestra. So it was quite challenging, but it was really fun. Everybody was so game. And one of the things that was particularly hard for the Pickwick triplets is that it started on stage, and then it ran over a whole bunch of other scenes that happened. So to make it work with the music, we realized that we had to actually edit it ahead of time. So Shelley Westerman and Peyton Koch, we know Shelley, who's they're both brilliant editors. We knew Shelley, we had worked with her before. We actually sat down and sort of laid out a schematic for how we would shoot it, so that we knew exactly what would be playing under what part of the song. Okay. And then we ran it with Steve like 3 times, and I don't know, was anyone there? You were there, right?
I was there, yeah.
It was like, each time was more brilliant than the next. There were standing ovations from all the crew and cast, and it was incredible. And then edited it kind of exactly the way we anticipated.
Wow.
It was amazing. It worked out quite well.
Do you guys know the song, Will a Baby Be Tried from Matricide?
The lyrics are incredible. And Steve, it was just, his performance was incredible.
And do I understand that we have a clip?
Do we?
I think that we do.
Excuse me.
Three little babes in their bassinets, angelic little triplets or triple threats. They might have fooled the others, but they won't fool me. It's time to give these teething, seething free the third degree. Which of the Pickwick triplets did it? Who of the crew would commit this crime? My little brat make a mommy go splat. It's a story pretty gory for a nursery rhyme. Which of the Pickwick triplets did it? Which of the spawn had the brawn to kill? Will a baby get tried for matricide? Coochie coochie coo. Time for you or you to admit it. So quick as a whip, gotta pick which Pickwick triplet did it. Penelope in pink sure is making quite a stink. Is she trying to throw me off the scent? Though she bats her little eyes, is she a killer in disguise? With a diaper full of criminal intent. Greening Patrick is pernicious, with an appetite so vicious, he would bite the hand that feeds him with a sneer. But could that rotten tot be behind this evil plot? Baby stepping towards a murderous career. Pouty little Paco's looking coy, but he's a bad, bad boy. Could Paco's passion prove apocalyptic? with his passy and his rattle, did this Pisher go to battle, proving he's the peppermints this Pickwick kept it. In this picaresque puzzle of the Pickwick pack, will a lighthouse shed some light on which Kid gave old Ma the whack? There's an infant to indict. I'll book this little crook tonight. But which of the Pickwick triplets did it? Who of the crew would commit this crime? Which little brat made mommy go splat? Which favorite Sid will be doing hard time? Which of the Pickwick triplets did it? Which little putz had the guts to kill? Like a forensic pediatrician, I'll complete this inquisition. I will name the neonatal from the cradle that proved fatal. I will find a perpetrator who did murder to their maker. Or coochie coochie coo. What if none of it is true? Has my inspection been too cursory? Should I look outside this nursery? What if none of the Pickwick triplets did it? Who'd have had a menacing motive and hit it? Who? Well, I pick you!
Yes, how you do it? Yes.
Thank you.
Wonderful year. There's like Emmys, there's awards, there's all kinds of things happening, but I know that you're doing it purely for the love. Like you love what you do. It's evident.
This show is pure joy. I mean, it really is. It's everyone's there because they want to be there. Nobody is there for anything other than the pure joy and the experience and the art of it. And I mean, it's what we all want when we go into this business. And I'm not just saying that. I think everybody you interview will say the same thing. All the actors, everybody really is there because they want to be there.
So congratulations, another amazing event. How are you feeling about tonight?
Oh, we feel so excited to be celebrating Only Murders in the Building today as part of a salon that we just did here at the Directors Guild of America. And thanks so much for coming and covering the program.
I'm honored. I've been a big fan of this organization for a really long time. Tonight was a wonderful night. Sold out. You even had to open the balcony. So congratulations. What are we in store for with your organization in 2025?
Well, we are doing more of the same. We have master classes that we're doing virtually with very top-notch women in the industry. We are doing the Muse Awards on March 26th, 2025 at Cipriani 42nd Street. And we have some really interesting people that we'll be honoring. And we are doing our STEM Summit in June 2024. So those are the big sort of events, but we also have workshops and the scholarship opportunities and filmmaker awards at festivals. So we're very excited about the year to come.
Congratulations on your success. You even worked on Elf. And I actually know the guy that bought the sleigh, Mark Bozak. So I said to myself, I did my research, I was like, look at all these different things you've worked on. You must absolutely love your life.
I do. I really do. I don't know. The first day I did this job, I was a PA, I was moving furniture, and I just was sweating to death, and I just said, this is for me. It's just for me, and it fits, and I've grown into it, and I've been incredibly fortunate, had some amazing mentors, some amazing projects, and I'm just really lucky. I'm really lucky, and the people and the shows that I've got, even the clunkers, and I have had some clunkers, that's for sure, those were great working experiences, and you learn so much all the time.
And you're really kind and very generous. Like some of the people were asking you questions about like, well, how do I get in and how do I do that? But we all start somewhere, right? So I thought that your advice to the people that were asking questions was like so on point and like so legitimate. But I also like the fact that you have this collaborative team behind you.
I think that's my superpower. I don't have many. I think the superpower is really bringing people together, and it's a skill I've been trying to hone, bringing people together and making them feel safe and secure so they can do their best work. But it's also communication, constant communication. And I think that really helps. And it's not, I'm not withholding any information. Everything I know, you know. There's no secrets. There's nothing I love more than being with a group of people and working on the same projects towards the same goal. It's the best feeling in the world.
That success when you watch. Do you watch it on TV? Like, do you do?
I do.
Sit there with your popcorn or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like, you know, whoa, you forget, like they keep asking about moments, and when they ask, there's so many I don't even know, and then 20 minutes later I'm like, oh wait, I have a good one.
We thought it'd be a good idea if we do a character study. Are we attached to Mabel?
I'd say so.
Guys, we're going to Hollywood.
Oh my God. Saz?
There's been another murder.
Yay!
Who would kill Saz?
This is a lot of suspects. We were hoping we could ask a few questions.
I'm not talking to you.
Well, maybe this will unzip your lips. Can you break this?
So tonight's event, in all of these events, these series of events, what's your role in it as Vice President of Events? Is that what it's called?
Special events, yeah.
Not just any event, the special ones.
Well, so as a member of the board for NYWIFT, usually they pick, certain people for certain jobs. And I guess, because I run a film festival, I run the Seoul International Film Festival, and events is sort of what I specialize in. So Cynthia had asked me if I would consider being VP of Events, and they had to ask the board members if they were good with it, and everyone said it was good, so I ended up becoming the VP of Special Events, and it was actually the most amazing, fun stuff that I got to do with this organization. I mean, we work hard. A lot of the board members work hard. We do a lot of things, but they're good things, because they're things that I kind of wish was always there for me when I was kind of starting out in this business and getting even the mentorship or the advice, or even tonight, this panel, as you can see, like the kind of things that they talk about and how openly they talk about what they're doing and how they got there. Like, I wish I had that available to me, and I don't, or I didn't. So I want to be part of the ones that give that access to the next generation, or to our generation that are
even us. We're still networking and rubbing elbows, right? So we're really
in there, right? No, this is true. Like, it's work. This is the thing about our industry. It has nothing to do with where you are in your life. You could be starting out completely. You could be a child, which I was. I grew up in this industry. Or you could be later in life deciding, you know what, I miss my career. And I have actually, I'm working with a couple of filmmakers right now that later on in their life, their career, they realized after being and deciding to let go of their creative side, they went into corporate because they needed to, they think that that's what they needed to do. But then they started feeling that loss, and the fire was sort of been, so now COVID, I hate to say it, but as traumatizing that has been for everyone, it's also been a wake-up call for a lot of people. And I think new choices, exactly, new life, and hopefully bolder choices, and actually taking risks. And that's why this industry is always exciting. It's not always forgiving, but if you're meant to be there and it's where you really want to be, you find ways. And you always find a way, and you survive through it, and you get through it, because when it pays off, it really pays off, because it's always a personal payoff. It's not always about the money part of it. Obviously, some people it's financial, but for the most part, it's really getting that fire, sort of keeping it going. And it's a nice. I think it's a blessing to have that.
Now, when you're creating an environment like you've been doing, are there things where you still get your hands a little dirty? Or do you just have people that do all that? Or do you miss it? Or do you want to get in there? It was funny when Kristen said she misses being a PA. Yeah. For you at this level, do you still get to touch things?
No, the most fun I have is when I'm working with my carpenters, because I really appreciate that process, and it's not easy to build things. And to take our drawings and do such a great job so quickly. So I have the most fun goofing around with my carpenter team and meeting the challenges with them and stuff. It's really nice. But the other, in terms of hands dirty, it's lift something once in a while, but it's more it comes down to a lot of pillow fluffing and stuff that, that's about as...
Okay, the zipper down on the pillow, that I know, because, right, the zipper down on the pillow, and then you got to get that chop right in the middle?
Exactly, and not everybody does that. Not every dresser is up to speed on that. So it's that, and straightening lampshades and candlesticks and pictures on the wall and stuff. So I'd run in and do that kind of stuff more.
Excellent.
but I really want to hang out with the carpenters and just build stuff.
I just want to ask you, is there one memento or one prop, either your soap opera days or a TV show that you did or any of those things that you worked on, that you have in your own home?
Absolutely.
What is it?
Well, I don't know if I can disclose, but I definitely have. I definitely. No, I actually have the brass, the funereal urn that was Ada's ashes on another world. You know, in story, of course, not in real life.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, I think more things are from our mementos from the soap operas because I worked on them for so long, like 25 years of them, and attached to a lot of the actors that played these characters and stuff. So just some random set dressing and things, or a chair here or a vase there kind of thing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm really happy for you. Decorated by the soaps. That's his home decor. So thank you so much. It was sincerely a pleasure to meet you. Wish you all the best. I can't wait to watch this next season coming up.
We have to find a safe house.
What about your sister in Long Island?
Ah, look who decided to show up. You know, I always knew what your voice sounded like from the podcast. Sometimes I slow it down, and then I speed it back up, and I slow it down again. And then I speed it back up.
There's a killer out there. You need to focus.
We'll take it from here.
Oh yeah, you think you got this?
We're not children. And can you open this snack? My assistant's not here.